Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to GreedFall, where we're trying to find out what the Knots know about the first expedition to the island. And in order to do that, apparently we also have to find whatever secrets they're keeping inside their office. Second mate Fernando, let us discuss.
How can I help you?
Tell me about your secrecy.
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nauts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor, because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic.
Yeah,
No
I don't even know
questions?
why my character is taking any of that.
I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Nauts' secrets, but the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet.
I mean, we're not exactly basing our search upon, like, foundational knowledge that's meaningful. We're basically taking the crazy guy who's saying, oh, there's something wrong over there. And we're like, you know what? Let's look over there just the same. Impossible to enter. Okay. Alright, I guess that means we're going to have to sneak around. Probably in this direction, I would imagine. Ah, son of a... That was fast. Alright, at the very least, now we started off crouching, so hopefully we'll be able to stay hidden longer. I also got rid of my sailor outfit a long time ago. Probably should have held on to it. Excuse me. Just coming through here, don't mind me. Also, don't turn around. And see any of us three people. Oh, no. Oh, my. Okay, let's see if we can come back at night, or if we can come back with the sailor's uniform. Alright, so I saved my game. I've come back at night. I've saved my game again, just now. We're doing it. I'm going to hope for the best. If it turns out that we ruin our reputation with the Knots trying to do this, then so be it. I would like to avoid that. Which, unfortunately, like, it feels like this stealth in this game is closer to, like, stealth. I don't know if I would say the PS2 era, like the PS2 era of stealth games when they try to. Sir, normally you turn right and you look, and you just stand there for a really long time. Oh my gosh, why did it load with that? Did I save my game right in the middle of the hall there? Directly in front of the guard while the guard was staring at me? The answer is no, the guard was not in that position, at the very least. This feels like it's going to be a headache. All right. Oh my god. Oh, that was the quick save. Why did the quick save over there? Why did the quick save decide, you know what? What's the best place for us to put a save game? Like, normally if I'm quick saving, like that's the thing that I would do on my own, on accident. Okay, let's just wait for him to go over there. Stop. Nope, he's coming back. Okay, we might have to hop over this low fence and then swing around. But yeah, there's an error of there's an era of trial and error stealth gameplay that this is very reminiscent of. Not in a good way. I can't hop over that fence. Okay, he is stopped. He is just looking over that other fence. I'm going to find a spot over here and save my game. But there's also an argument that comes around with this, like, for a stealth game to be good, or should I say, not necessarily good, but playable, the enemies have to be dumb. That son of a... Are you coming downstairs? You are, in fact... Because if you have smart... enemies. If you have enemies that are capable of seeing their peripherals, seeing a decent amount of distance from where they're standing, hearing perfectly, like, you're going to end up with gameplay that becomes very difficult. Ah. Like, is there a... Is there a hidden uniform that I can steal at some point? Let's beat these guys up. And find... Oh, they're already beaten up by my allies. Good job, folks. You know, I did say that I would do whatever it takes, regardless of reputation loss. To the attention of the Knots in charge of guarding the warehouse, it is crucial that the number of guards patrolling the most sensitive warehouses be doubled. Inquisitors or disguised were spotted in the area. They must be attempting to get inside. So exercise caution and make sure not to let anyone inside these warehouses. Only the Knots are allowed inside. Our secrets must be protected at all costs.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Nauts are hiding from us.
So yeah, we're going to proceed even though this is not the best. We're not going to get the best ending with the Knots. But otherwise, I would actually have to play this stealth game. Now to get past this guy again. You know, I probably should have brought Kurt for this, as he's a knot. If things go wrong again, I will go and grab Kurt. But, like, the presence of Kurt hasn't made sneaking into knot places easier. Why can't... Is there no back entrance to this thing? Are they expecting me to only go in through the front? Can I talk my way in? That's the biggest problem I have. There doesn't seem to be a real way to talk your way into anything. Which is like, why do we even have a charisma stat? This is night. Isn't it still night?
Halt! These buildings are the property of Norts. No one is authorized to enter.
Move aside.
Guards, to me!
Alright. We are basically doing horrible things to the knots because someone ignorant gave us the heads up. I do not like this, but I feel as though the game has not exactly given me the best tools. Or at the very least... Like, would...
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars. Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments.
It is used to spy on the stars. That is some interesting phrasing.
These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side. And that, it looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
So basically what you're saying is they don't have magic, they just have technology. Their secret, of which I have killed several people to discover. Oh, hold on. Where does this go? Is this a back entrance? Because if it is a back entrance... Okay, there seems to be a back entrance. We will load our game so that we don't have to at least have fought those knots that are standing guard outside the front. We will go a little bit farther because we were not expecting the back entrance to the warehouse area to actually be quite the distance it was. Nope, still a little bit farther. There it is. Is that a sailor's coat? Son of a... That is in fact a sailor's coat. Where am I right now? I am kind of over there. Alright, let's see if we can load the save before... we snuck in and fought everybody. Get the sailor's coat, and then come in and come back. Alright, so now I have a sailor's coat on. So in theory, I should just be able to walk into this original facility, take their secrets, and not have to fight anybody. Nobody will mind that I'm running around with a pair of allies who they don't recognize. Reputation will not have to be lost. Alright.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate.
Yes.
Even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Nords are hiding from us.
So we've done that. Now we can easily get out of here. That is very convenient placing of the sailor uniform. And then head back through the back entrance to the warehouse. Because we're still going to take the back entrance to the warehouse. Because apparently they are dealing with people pretending to be sailors. And I don't want my uniform to be jeopardized. Plus, wasn't there a thing I can lockpick around here? Now that I have... oh, hello, how are you? It's just me, one of your fellow sailors. I'm a sailor just like you. Sailed the whatever amount of seas there are. I'm glad I learned lockpicking so that I could get a few bullets, a couple gold coins, and some leather. And then I have already seen that type of engine prior to loading my game.
Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments. These machines are extremely complex.
Yes, yes, yes.
Never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side. And that, it looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
It's a good thing they keep their barrels of fish and their barrels of apples without lids on them. Who needs lids on top of your food to keep it safe, to keep it fresh? Oh, hello, what are you? Admiral's notes. Please have the dolphin cry of the trident repaired as quickly as possible. Also, make sure to replace the barometer. The one on board is not as precise as it should be. The crew was not able to steer clear of the storm in time, which cost us a sail. And be discreet. The Inquisitors are watching us. Admiral Cabral.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
All right. And we managed to do that without killing a single Knot. Not a Knot has lost their life today. Thanks to our...
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
Because of our stealth. Alright, let's go and take a look at the villains. I'm sorry for the assumption. The Order Luminous, who has always been the villain in every single story they're involved in. Let's see if they're the bad guys. I would never expect such a thing. But here we are. Now, my last trip to the Ordo Luminous, or the Place of Punishment, there wasn't really anybody kind of guarding the place. Like, I'm still gonna be careful. Why is there a whole bunch of blood leading into that place of hay? But yeah, I'm still going to be careful. Not that I really need to worry that much. Do I really need to worry about upsetting the Ordo Luminous? Because they don't have a reputation thing for me to worry about tracking. Oh, hello. But we still have our save game, just in case we want to go back to that. But yeah, the Order Luminous is not measured on my relationship level, so by that matter, I would imagine they're not important. Oh, this is where we keep our work tools. Yep. The purification of the knots will begin as soon as those we have in our jails will have confessed. We will have enough proof then to convince the Mother Cardinal to let us act. It is high time we eliminated these heretics who have been allowed to circulate our cities freely. Until then, stay discreet. We would be in a delicate situation if our plan would be revealed too early.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Oh no, the Order Luminous turned out to be evil. Who would have expected this? And that's the problem I feel about this game, is that, like, this game, GreedFall is very ambitious. It's very ambitious for the size of the team, for the budget I would imagine that they had, but maybe too ambitious for their own good. To the point in which, like, they should have kind of reined in their ambition. Because I don't think necessarily, like, the story doesn't necessarily support their ambition. Like, a lot of these things are obvious are a little bit too obvious. And you spend way too much time working your way through the obvious issues. Like, the Order Luminous is obviously the worst.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm here about the Knot investigation. I found Knot.
I would like
Except
to have
for
an
on
audience
you.
with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
You don't rightly know. We talked about this. Okay, speak of the theory, the events, the discoveries, the project to attack the port. I guess let's start from the top.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives, and use a nature-drawn magic. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof, other than the Nauts' tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island.
There were also events. Would you like to hear about the events?
The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted.
Oh my gosh.
I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Naughts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony.
And let's talk about some discoveries in the reserve. What did I discover in what
Following up
reserve?
on the accusations of Bishop Domitius, I wanted to verify for myself what this was all about. I went to take a look at their storerooms and saw what they contained. There were neither idols, nor objects of any ritual, nor even anything magical, and absolutely nothing that could be attributed to the origin of the Malachor. I found nothing but measuring instruments and diverse navigational machines.
And then there was the plot to attack.
I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up.
Like, how is the
I was
Ordo
able to get
Luminis
my
even
hands on
still
documents
operating
that
at this
effectively
point?
Detailed an attack. A
Because they
great
don't seem to be up to
purification. They were
anything
signed by
worth
you,
talking about.
Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naught building and imprison every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Naughts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Naughts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Naughts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos.
Chaos with a
Carry my
capital
best
C.
wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
Excellent. Actually, I'm not going to tell him. I'm sorry. I said I was going to tell my cousin about this lady who's in every picture in your house and our house and the Bridge Alliance's house. But instead, I'm going to go to the Admiral of the Naughts. So I hope that's good enough for you too. All right, Admiral, we have results from our mission for you, and we need
Decided.
answers.
What can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies, we transported some lords, men, and merchandise. They began to colonize the island.
Okay, so this is about 170 years ago now.
To possess a tyrannical nature, and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion.
So they were all
Their
jerks?
actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Fredee was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are in fact...
I don't know, I feel like 170 years is not long enough
What are
ago.
you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
So would that make
Child of
Desarde
a
a native or
But I know
a
who my
Naut?
mother
Because
is,
if you were born
I
on a
understand
Naut
how
ship, you're
difficult this
automatically
is
a
to hear.
Naut.
And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away.
Like, think about
And
the
here
things
you
that we
are
know about what
I
happened
am
100...
Sorry. For the
years
shock
ago?
I have caused
Like,
you.
how accurate the things that
You
we
asked
know
me
about
for
it?
the truth. And now you
And
have it.
let's say not in the internet
Anything
age.
else?
Let's go before the internet. How well we knew things 100 years ago. Now, 200 years ago, how well did we know the early 1800s? 300 years ago, how well did we know what happened in the early 1700s? And then you have such things like, at what year was the whole, like, village of Roanoke? Was that earlier than the 1700s? Like, maybe like 300 to 500 years ago would make more sense in regards to...
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Welcome. It's such a
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't want to talk to you. I was trying to walk by you. What direction was I heading? The X button is also the run button, and it is also the interact button. But in this game, the left analog stick as a button is crouch. So I guess they had to figure something they were going to double things up with. What does the circle button do in non-combat? Circle button does nothing in non-combat. If you're going to give a run button to anything, maybe it should have been circle, because that does nothing else.
You couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely...
Oh, so you've finally seen a
I was
doctor.
given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? It's... the blood is black.
Does he have the Malachor?
Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me. Constantine.
Yeah, he just happened to have a vial of somebody else's blood on him.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
What is a nickname for Constantine?
And the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't want...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I mean, I
I'm going to find a
will.
cure,
I have to...
promise you.
I have quests to do.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely.
And yeah, if you think about how long it would have taken to colonize, to build,
few colonists survived.
and then to be
Princes
kicked out.
preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the
But it
most
also kind of
shocking
just
part of the
shows,
story.
like,
Believe me,
if you have all power
the
centralized
congregation
in one
continued to make
group,
expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral,
like, they control the passage
my
of
mother was
information.
captured from here during one of
So maybe that's more believable. Maybe I'm being
I
a
was
little bit
born
too
on
hard
one
on
of
it.
their ships.
What? But that means you are not.
Your fair cousin. No.
So wait, who
Lies
are
that
your
have been fed
character's
since our
parents in the
tender
first place?
childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day.
Constantine, you're cool. I give you a thumbs up. Who are you?
Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers. Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence. We have little time and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary. Definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine,
Okay.
we need to get you to safety.
We
as
didn't
well
get
as your
enough
answers.
drama from
But I
this
want
previous
to-
scene.
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off their heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind.
How?
We better be off.
How would that
Now.
have... Alright. We're gonna go with Kurt and Siora.
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirange.
We must hurry, before the guard can act.
Alright, so that's gonna have to wait until next time. For now, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.